Hey guys, Jim Chester here. I have Dr. Peter Gratale here. We're closing out day one of the Genesis Pediatric Conference out here in New Brunswick.
It's been exciting. We're in Jersey now, boy. He's in Jersey now. You get one of these. Hey, how you doing over here?
I haven't been easy on this guy either. But we met each other at New Beginnings maybe 2 years ago now almost. Let's talk a little bit about this event and what brought you here.
Well, first off, I love Stu and Terry Warner. I've been working with them probably for 2 or 3 decades now. I did a bodybuilding show, chiropractic extravaganza with them, where I actually drove out the guest poser, woman guest poser, on my motorcycle. It was down the shore. So they've hooked me ever since then, you know. And the real important thing about this conference is that it's about the kids. You know, we have the sickest generation in history. Chronic diseases are sprouting up, and we could all say, why is this happening? But obviously it's the toxic world that we live in and the stressful world that we live in. So this conference is giving chiropractors who have a special role in helping children. They say from the womb to the tomb, you got to take care of your spine. And this conference is helping chiropractors have the tools to explain chiropractic better to parents, to adjust and analyze children better, to clear their nervous system so their energy flows, and they can, just like a garden that's well watered, their body can be well watered with the neurological signals and the energy coming between the brain and the body. So that's one of the reasons, the main reason why I'm here, because we have to train this next generation of chiropractors to be able to handle pediatric clients and patients, because there's a lot of people out there that don't want to treat kids. They'd rather see sick kids. They make more money when kids are sick than when they're healthy. So they don't kind of like what we do, because we make healthy kids. Both of my kids were raised in the chiropractic model. My daughter's on her way to becoming a prima ballerina. My son plays on a top basketball team, not only in New Jersey, but they're 4th in the nation. So, you know, kids who get adjusted, who have the energy and the communication flowing through their body, are going to be healthier kids than kids who don't. So that's one of the reasons I'm here.
And you had a chance to be on stage today.
Yes, that's right.
So let's talk a little bit, give them like a preemptive strike, since they weren't here, what it was like to
I'm not telling you anything. You weren't here. You cut off. You cut off. You got to be at the sit down. You got to be at the sit down. No, I mean, I wanted to talk. You know, I've been in practice. This is my 33rd year in practice, and it's a special, very, very special time for me, because that number 33 is very significant in chiropractic, and even in life. There are 33 segments of the spine. There are 33 principles of chiropractic. The Free Order of the Masons, they have 33 orders of masonry, which was copied from the spine. Jesus was 33 when he had his ministry. So this is at 33 years in practice. I almost feel like a wizard now, you know, and a magician. And because I do things, I don't even know how I do them anymore. My hands, you know, the hands just do the walking. You know, I don't even have to think about adjusting people anymore. It just happens. And you know, a lot of times people will say to me, "Are you going to retire?" I look at them. Did Merlin the magician retire? Did Gandalf the wizard? No. Once you have this knowledge and you have these skills, that I'm working with natural law. You know, the magician and the wizard always works with really natural law, and he gets the most out of natural law. So when I'm adjusting people, I'm working with the natural laws of physiology, the natural laws of how energy flows, and that's what I'm interested in, proving that to people, improving that energy flow by using their own natural bodies to make the correction and help them to be healthy and heal again. So that's what I talked about, but I really talked about when you're a chiropractor, there are 4 qualities of any healer. I learned this from Dr. John D. Martini. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's a little famous in the chiropractic world. Love, gratitude, certainty, and presence. And I talked on presence today. Love is obvious. Love what you do. Love your clients, your patients, your practice members. Gratitude. I'm thankful every day that I'm a chiropractor and I have the honor to serve people, because when we serve on the quantum level, we get served on the quantum level, and magical things happen to us as practitioners. Certainty, you got to know what you're doing, you know, that's obvious. But presence, and this is where everybody, not just chiropractors, can learn something here. I studied a lot under Eckhart Tolle, who wrote The Power of Now, of being present in the moment right now. Right now. What does that mean? It means you live your life in this present moment. Like, I'm enjoying being with you. I'm with you now. I'm not thinking about, oh, that food looks so good over there on the table, or, hey, hi, George, how you doing? I'm not thinking about those things. I'm here with you now, living this present moment. I can reminisce about the past. I can think about the past. But I'm thinking about it in the present moment. I can goal for the future, but that goaling and thinking about the future is happening again in the present moment. That's why breathing always brings you back to the present moment. You can't breathe a half an hour ago. You can't breathe a day from now. You have to observe your breath right now, whether it be Tai Chi, whether it be yoga, whether it be prayer, whether it be a chiropractic adjustment. Breathe in, breathe out. You're in tune with the patient. So that quality of presence, and you want to hear when you're a wizard, you earn your badge as a wizard from hard knocks, from not being a wizard, from when things go wrong. And it's a terrible tale that when I was younger, cocky young, 20, 30 years ago, young doctor, starting to get busy. I had a patient named Gail, and she's actually number 38 on my computer. She's patient number 38. Out of thousands and thousands of patients I had, she was number patient 38. That's how long this woman was with me. Came to me pregnant with the usual low back pain, sciatica from the pregnancy. And we adjusted her, helped to realign. That's an important thing for pregnant women, to have your pelvis realigned so that when you do deliver, your uterus is able to contract in the correct way. And most of the time, women will have an easier delivery when they are well adjusted. So she comes in, had the baby, brought the baby in, because babies need a chiropractor too. When they, take your kid now and grab the head and go like this and pull them through a tube. And of course the spine can get twisted. So with the little baby, we're very gentle. Like, we put these two fingers on the back of their skull and these two fingers on their tailbone, and we just very gently untwist their spine. And every time they get cranky because there's stress in their body, and when it finally releases, they go, oh, they go like this. So Gail, this woman, Gail, gets pregnant again. And she has a little girl named Samantha. And they come to the office. Gail gets her adjustment. And it was a very busy day. And I was not concentrating. I was not focused on Gail and the baby at that moment. I was too concerned about how many people were in the reception area and how I had to get done in time because I was going to dinner with somebody. So I was not in the present moment. And she says, "You want to check Samantha for me?" I said, Gail, I'm really busy right now. Let's check her next time, okay? She goes, oh, okay. There was not a next time. Samantha died of sudden infant death syndrome. And for those people who don't know about chiropractic, a lot of times it is caused by a misalignment in the upper neck. So when the baby sleeps, it cuts off the flow of energy to the lungs, and the baby ends up dying. And Samantha died. Now, I'm not blaming myself. All I could say is, what if I was in the present moment? What if I gave little Samantha an adjustment? Would it have been a different outcome? And from that moment on, I never refuse an adjustment to anybody at any time. Jim already asked me for an adjustment as soon as we're done. He knew the offer was too good to refuse. But I never turn anybody away. I don't care if I have to stay late. I don't care if I have to come in early. I don't care if it's a Sunday. I've adjusted people on every single holiday, including Christmas morning. That's how important it is. It's a life and death situation. Your whole life flows through your brain and your spinal cord. And if that flow of energy, that flow of life force, innate intelligence we call in chiropractic, that flow of energy is what keeps you alive. Hey, even Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, he stitched everything together. He stitched the body of the Frankenstein monster together. But it wasn't until he lifted him up into the top of the castle and he was hit by lightning, the spark of life. We are electrical beings. We are an energy field. And a chiropractor is your best bet to clear that energy field so that your body can do what nature intended. Heal itself, regrow, recuperate, recover, build itself, build new cells, so you end up growing old as a healthy person, not as a sick person.
So I want to ask Dr. Pete something very controversial,
Okay.
and might be something that the world needs to hear.
Okay.
And I haven't asked anyone this ever before.
I'm the first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's talk about these cultures that are trying to deregulate chiropractic,
Okay.
maybe foreign countries,
Okay.
that are saying that it's not fit for chiropractors to adjust babies and kids.
Well, obviously we deal with a lot of idiocy in the world. Most of the masses, particularly, again, I'm not a politician, but when people who don't have knowledge, when people are ignorant and don't understand the natural laws of how life works, and get these power trips where they want to regulate this and it goes to many different things in our society. You can't have a straw. You have to vaccinate your kids by forced vaccination. You have to chiropractic isn't good for babies. Well, these people never went to a chiropractor. They have no idea what a chiropractor does. They've never been to a chiropractic office. Who are they to, if in a free society, if somebody chooses that they want to use a chiropractor, or they decide they don't want to poison their kids, they want to give them healthy, natural foods, they don't want to inject drugs and chemicals into their body, who's to give them a rule that says, oh well, you have to do what we say? No, this is the United States of America here. I know in a lot of countries it's different, but here in the United States of America, we have the freedoms of liberty, meaning that we have control of our own lives. And that's why living in the United States is a precious thing, and as it is in many other countries that have liberty and freedom. So people who want to regulate chiropractic, first off, come talk to me. Come talk to Jim. Talk to the people who are actually chiropractors, who are in the field doing chiropractic. That means adjusting the spine to remove any restrictions to the flow of intelligence and energy to the body. This has been proven by science. This has been proven by research that what chiropractors, in fact, in some ways there's more research about chiropractic and how it affects your brain. Every chiropractic adjustment has a direct effect on your brain and drives not only the communication between your brain and your body and your sense of awareness of your body, but also drives your hypothalamus, which is responsible for your hormones. It's very common that you go into any audience of chiropractors and you say, how many people had a patient come in who could not get pregnant, and after a series of adjustments they were able to naturally get pregnant? Everybody raises their hand. In fact, I've had women come into my office and say, Dr. Pete, I want you to get me pregnant. I said, I'm married. I can't do that. But they get it. Even Dear Abby wrote about it. Yes, I've heard many times that why? We used to think that we were taking the pressure off the nerve in the back that goes to the ovaries. And by taking the pressure off the nerve, there's better communication between the brain and the ovaries, and that's why the woman got pregnant. Now, we found out through scientific research that's incorrect. What happens, by adjusting the spine, you're stimulating the nerves in your spine that drives the brain to tell the hypothalamus to balance the hormones of the body. So literally, by getting an adjustment, according to science and research, we are driving the brain to balance the chemistry of the body, and that's why. And I've had educated nurses come in. She comes in. She already had 3 kids. She said, Dr. Pete, I'm pregnant. I said, that's fantastic. She said, no, you don't understand. The medical doctor said to me, I can't get pregnant. It's impossible. That's why I have twins. We had in vitro fertilization. But me and my husband, we didn't use any protection anymore. We never thought we needed it. But now I'm pregnant with my next child. And let me tell you, this little girl, she loves me. She can't wait to come to the office to get her adjustment. She jumps right up on the table, smiling the whole time, because kids get it. You know who else gets it? Animals. When you adjust an animal, and it's an animal adjustment, for me, it's a little different than a human adjustment. The animals love it. My favorite patients are animals and people who don't speak English, because they don't bother me. I could just go in there and do my thing, and they just get up with a smile on their face. So chiropractors out there, make sure when you're adjusting people they get up with a smile on their face. That's how you, and they have a joy in their heart, because you are, with an adjustment, stimulating all those neurochemicals that make you feel good about yourself. So that person should get up and say, wow, that was great. We ring bells in the office when we get a good adjustment. We'll ring a bell, and not only did they get a good, not only did we ring their bell, but an angel gets its wings too. So I hope that answered your question.
It does.
And it is a controversial question, and I think a lot of the real chiropractors out there have to stand up and stand up for chiropractic and stand up for the right to adjust anybody who seeks our services, no matter what their age, no matter what their income, no matter what it is that their circumstances are. In this free country and in the free world that we're trying to create, if you want to go to a chiropractor, you should be able to go to a chiropractor.
Exactly. So we got to break this bondage of disapproval, and we have to start standing up and banding together as brothers and as a profession that promotes natural healing from above down, inside out. And he is right. When you do get a chiropractic adjustment, it doesn't only ring your bell a little bit, but it clears you out, and it makes your body heal from inside out. And that's something that so many people are searching for. There's so many people out there that are searching for the natural law of health, and that's what chiropractors do. Chiropractors release people from the bondage of sickness and disease, and they allow the body to heal. So when we say we're going to take this away from the culture that's growing up, then what we're doing is we're damning that culture to tell them that they don't have the right to be healthy. So for any of these cultures and countries and diplomacies that say that chiropractic shouldn't be done for children, especially those under the age of a certain point, then it's really disservice to that country. It's a disservice to the way that people want to raise their families, and it's a disservice to the way that we put people into office.
Well, look, and it's also a question of that the people who are telling us as chiropractors what to do have a pretty lousy track record, considering that the children of this world are sicker than they've ever been. In fact, now the health authorities are predicting that our children are going to have less of a lifespan than we are. And that is a tragedy, and that's our fault that we're not doing more. And these people who tell us that, oh, this is how you should do things, their track record is not very good. So I'm not going to listen to them. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Jim, you're going to keep doing what you're doing. And I know you chiropractors out there are going to keep doing what you need to do to make this world a better place and a healthier place full of people who have good, positive energy. Right? Okay.
Exactly. So I'm going to go and close out. Thank you, Stu and Terry, for bringing this chiropractic family together out here in New Jersey. If you guys didn't make it to Genesis Pediatric Conference of 2019, make sure you punch your ticket for next year and get out here to support taking care of kids, because if we don't take care of the kids, the future generation, as Dr. Pete just said, gets sicker and sicker, and the life expectancy falls off. So we want to make sure that we're creating healthier families and healthier culture. And by doing that, I just want to let you guys know, if you're looking for digital marketing and ads and website work, reach out to Natalie at Local Gold. Her title is above my head here. And if you guys have not been over to ChiroHustle.com, please come over to ChiroHustle.com, listen to one of our episodes, subscribe, like, and share our stuff. And I just wanted to close out by saying you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys on the next one.